Guys, girls, what is up? It is me, Chris. As you can see, I've gone for something a little bit different with the video today. I thought I would share with you some of my Skyrim playthrough and just talk to you. This is a subject that I feel is incredibly important and often gets overlooked. And that is marketing and marketing basics for you as a composer. And you know what? This translates to anything. This can work for songwriting, production, anything, any area of music. And this is really, really important, especially in this digital age. So yeah, before we get started, do the usual. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And yeah, let's get to it. Marketing basics for a composer. You can simply just not rely on being a great composer. It is about ticking several small boxes as opposed to one big box. Now, don't get me wrong, you need to be great. You need to be as good as you possibly can, but at the same time, after you've started out and, if you were to look at a graph and you have the steep learning curve at the beginning, and when your skills start to kind of even and flatline, it's really, really important to start developing new skill sets. Now, this is relevant to beginner composers, of course, but also it is extremely relevant to the experienced composer as well, because just being good is simply not going to cut it. The first thing I want to talk about simply is, what is marketing? So marketing in a nutshell is the process of teaching consumers why they should choose your product or service over the competitors. If you are not doing that, you are not marketing. That is simply it. Why would a game developer choose you over the next composer? Sure, it's about being great and all that sort of thing, but you need to stand out and you need to think differently. And marketing is like knowing your audience and their emotional responses to things and then catering your product around that. So say, for example, if you were to go out to, you would hang out with a horror director and you were telling him that you specialize in super duper happy feel good music, chances are he's probably not going to respond as well as, say, someone who'd want you to compose for a kid's game. What's your niche as a composer? So I fell into a mistake of when I was starting out, and actually for quite a while, I was promoting myself to essentially my market as a composer for media. So I would tell people, I can write for TV, I can write for film, I can write for video games. I'm also a songwriter. I also write pop music. I've also pitched to Japanese and Korean pop publishers and all this sort of stuff. And what I found is, as I went along, it was very hard to target my audience. And all the followers I was getting on Twitter and Facebook were like a mishmash of different people with different priorities. This was quite problematic. And what happened is, my audience became incredibly diluted and I didn't know how to target people anymore because there was just too much I was trying to do. And I wish I'd learned this sooner, to be honest, but understand your niche. What is your niche? Have a think about what your niche is, and then you start to go for your market and audience after you do that. So if you are a video game composer, you tell people you are a video game composer. And if you want to be even more niche and targeted, you say, I'm a video game composer, I specialize in indie gaming, and I'm very good at creating high tension scores, for example. My niche was to say that I am a video game composer. My strengths are orchestral and contemporary. I compose for film, predominantly do horror films. I don't do drama, I'm not going to do kids stuff. It's just horror because that is incredibly targeted and niche. This is just some food for thought when you're trying to think of your niche and how you should go for your market. What is your composer brand? Now, this is a very creative process, which is a lot of fun to do. Try and think about your brand, what your logo is going to be, what your name is, what your color scheme is going to be, how your website's going to look. It's just really, really important to just stick out and do something different, but have part of your personality in that, because people want to see a human behind this website or this branding, because everyone's very aware that we're on a computer, it's mechanical, it's technology, and if you can get a balance between that and being a human, it's only going to do you favors. What value are you bringing your audience or fans? The problem is with social media and when you're marketing yourself is social media teaches you that it is all about me. And I'm just going to be blunt with you. I'm just going to say it how it is. When you're starting out, no one gives a shit about you on the internet or who you are. You know, if you're like Kim Kardashian or some big shot celebrity, you can afford to talk a bit more about yourself and what you've been up to because people have bought into your lifestyle. They've bought into you as a person and a personality. If someone wants to talk about, oh, I'm going to go to the shops today and do this, or I'm going to be doing this, or this is going to happen, me, it's not very interesting and it gets quite boring very quickly. Don't get me wrong, from time to time, it's fine. It's all about trying to bring value to your audience. The way you bring value to your audience is provide and create content that your audience want to hear or see or, you know, find interesting. It's literally that simple. There's different ways to find this out. Simply ask questions. You get polls on Facebook and Twitter. You can simply just DM your audience and just go, hey, what do you want to see more of? And I'm sure some people who've been following me on my private inner circle coaching group have received quite a few questions and polls from me in the past. I can quickly touch upon the social media rule of thirds, where you adhere to a certain set of rules which helps you provide well-rounded, interesting content when you're consistently putting it out every day. 30% of that would be to share news of your friends or competitors or leaders in the industry. Another 30% is to simply drive engagement to your posts. So ask people a question, share a funny GIF or meme, and it is GIF, regardless of what anyone says. I don't think it's GIF. I think that's weird. And the other 30% is what I call the hard sell, the literal getting them to do something for you. So, oh, I got a new song, buy this, or I'm releasing this bit of content, this costs X amount, or go to this event, blah, blah, blah. So if you can adhere to those 3 rules, you'll be laughing. So yeah, that is a big one. How are you going to bring value to your audience? How are you going to cater all your content to what your audience finds interesting? And that's it from me, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to hear more content related to marketing and all this sort of thing, please let me know in the comment box below and I can create more videos like this. Thanks so much and I'll see you soon.